Hey everybody, in today's video I'm going to be walking you through how to use the stopwatch feature on your Casio Edifice ECB-S100D watch. This is module 5658 by Casio. Now I'll say this, I'm going to do my best to explain this to you. This watch actually has a lot going on when it comes to the stopwatch. It's kind of weird. It's got a really fancy stopwatch feature, but it's a pretty dressy watch, so I'm not sure you would be jogging and wearing this watch, but I guess it could be handy if you've got a kid who runs track, you're trying to track their times. Maybe you're a coach and you could wear this on the sideline and use it to track your kids' times. It's a regular stopwatch. You can do split time or you can do lap times, and you can record up to 200 of those. It stores it on the memory on the watch, and then you can sync that information over to the Casio app and you can view that information on the app. I'm going to try my best to show you that. So first, let's start by going to the stopwatch. We're going to use the mode button. It's the bottom left button. We're going to press it 2 times. You'll see STW, and now we're in our stopwatch. Now what I would recommend, it really doesn't come into play too much for me, your stopwatch information is going to be in this bottom subdial and the right subdial. Sometimes your analog hands can be in the way. If you press the top right and bottom left button at the same time, it will move your analog hands. I always think that's a good idea, really when you go into any mode that you're going to be using for a while, just to get your hands out of the way. If you're wanting to see the time while you're using your stopwatch, then obviously you're going to need to leave your analog hands. So we are in our stopwatch mode. Now the thing we want to make sure and think about is, you'll notice up here in this right subdial, there's a little SPL. It's because I've got the split on. If I wanted to record lap times, I'm going to press the top left button and it will switch to lap. So you can record either laps or split. Let me show you real quick the basics of how it works. Let's go ahead and do split. The bottom right button is going to be your start, pause, resume, and stop. While it is stopped or paused, if you press the top left button, it will reset your stopwatch back to 0. While the stopwatch is running, if you want to record a split time or a lap time, you're going to press the top left button. You'll notice it says split, shows me my split time, and then the stopwatch will continue. Again, I can do as many splits or laps as I want, up to 200. You can actually do more than 200. It's just that it will start overriding the earliest one in your memory. Just like before, when we're done with the race, we're going to hit stop, and then while it's stopped, you can hit the top left button to reset. I'm going to show you just what it looks like with the lap. That's what it looks like when you do a split. If we put it to lap, it's pretty much the same thing. Press the top left button to record the lap. You'll see though it says lap number 1. And then it will continue on. Once you're done with lap number 2, again, you would press the top left button. And then there's lap number 2. Again, you would stop. Once you're totally done, you would press the top left button to reset it. You don't have to reset it. Maybe you want to leave that time on there. You can go back to any other mode. When you go back to your stopwatch, it'll still be sitting there on the last screen that you left it on. But again, in most cases, you're going to want to reset it. So while it's stopped, you'll press reset. That's kind of the basics of using the stopwatch. So great. Now you've done all this stuff with your stopwatch. What if you want to get this information on your cell phone? What you're basically going to do is you're going to need to sync your phone. So what I'm going to try and do here is I'm going to go ahead and create a connection to my phone. It's really easy on this watch. We're just going to press and hold the bottom left button. Oops, let's try that again. You can see it is making a connection to my cell phone. And then let me show you on my cell phone. You have an option in the app that says My Page. When I go to My Page, I can view my stopwatch data. So anyway, I hope that makes sense. Again, up to 200 values that you can send from the watch to your app. I hope that gives you an idea of how to use the stopwatch. Once you're done with the connection, you simply press any button and it will cease the connection to your cell phone. It's really pretty quick. You basically just connect, it'll send your data over, stop the connection. If you don't stop it, it'll automatically stop it after a few minutes. But that's how we use the stopwatch on our Casio Edifice watch. I hope the video helps.